Can you guys hear me? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Group 9 is here. I know we're dragging, right? I mean, 50 Inspirational was since June, and then we ended up in July, and then we picked in August. But you know what? I love the people that I meet every day on LinkedIn. I also love the people who are heart centered, but then I see more people who are soul hearted. And you're seeing, CJ, what does that mean? What's the difference? Well, heart centered people are kind people. I think we all are heart centered. We're here in our community to do something. Sometimes we work and our job doesn't really align with what we want. So we pivot and changed until we kind of feel comfortable. And when we work, it's not a career, it's just a job, right? It's a means to an end, not necessarily happy with the job. But then you find communities on LinkedIn where you do projects. And this is what I do. I elevate and amplify people who are doing something for their community. I don't ask you how much money you have in the bank. I don't even ask you how many subscribers or followers you have. I don't care about those. What I care for 50 inspirational connections are business leaders, right? Business leaders, or even just leaders in general, who cares about community building. What are they doing for our community is the question, right? And if you're thinking, well, I do a lot, and how come I'm not on 50 inspirational connections? Because it takes action. Everyone has a big dream. Everyone is knowledgeable and an expert on something. But if you do not take action, you're literally left behind. These people today take action. They took action to apply. And then basically, I stalked them for 3 months and see what they were doing. Did I just say I'm a stalker? Yeah. I'm a LinkedIn stalker. I literally looked at because I want to know, are they for real? What they're saying on paper doesn't align with what they're doing. And that is important to me, alignment. Sometimes we keep the alignment kind of straight up when someone's watching us, but what if no one is watching you? Are you still saying the same thing and are you still doing the same thing? So that's what we're going to find out today. Are you guys already ready? Well, before we do that, I want to invite you this Saturday. Woo, it's an in-person activity with Sandra Gonzalez and Dr. Lucas Dreyer. I think he has a movie on Netflix. I don't remember. About his military as a U.S. Marine. And then I'm the only one who's not in the military. But I guarantee you guys, okay, I guarantee you this is going to be an explosive day. So if you are anywhere near San Diego, scan that QR code. And then I'm a coupon lady. I don't care how much money I got. I want free or coupon. Okay. So guess what? Shh, don't tell anybody. Just type level up and you'll get some discounts. Okay. Because I'm all about discounts. So scan that QR code if you are near anywhere with us. This one right here is my Mike to Millions book. Actually, it's kind of a journal and a book at the same time. And this is for my what? For my what? If you have a message and you're like, I've been trying for a year and my message just doesn't seem to go out and I'm burnt out going from podcast to podcast and no one's really kind of listening to me. I want my own space. I want my own messages disseminated out there so that it gets extrapolated for the right people and the right audience in my niche market. I teach you. I have a free, I'm saying FREE, free, no money down, right? I know it sounds like a sales lady today. Basically on getting your words out there through what? Podcasting. I have a free membership and I also have a paid membership. Obviously, for free, you do once a month. For paid membership, you do more in there. But at the same time, if you're not super ready to commit, come into the freebies, right? Just see what it's all about and learn something on what to do with podcasting. And so that's what we do. And these amazing souls, right? These are my what? Rebel with a Cause brothers and sisters. They are amazing in their own right because why? They write in our anthology. So our new anthology is coming up. It's going to close actually in about less than 15 days. It's with Susanna Dawn. And I'm going to type in the link because even if I get the QR code, you won't be able to see it. So I'll type in the link while we are having a discussion today. All right. So I think we are done. Ta-da! Good morning, guys. I know I have like my clothes are full of blood from last night's zombie makeup. Greg Nicotero, shout out to you. You are correct on those oatmeals. You see, I was eating and putting it on my face at the same time, but I didn't understand that the paint was almost permanent. So I was going to show up with a zombie face this morning, but I didn't want to scare you. Anyhow, I wanted to let you know that the issue magazine, a level 3 of Transformational Leader magazine, is out. And you guys will have the link. But if you want a physical copy, it's also available. I'll put it on my website today, right? It's going to be there. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for you guys to read amazing people who are in the science. Dr. Manley, in the science industry. So I'm looking for 10 more again for the December or January issue. So that is Level Up Circle Magazine issue number 3. This one was issue number 2. This is a transformational or soul hearted individuals. And then my first one was this. And this first one actually is on 1500 press releases in Google News, AP News, and all of the TV and radio syndicated links because I do press release. So, welcome and congratulations on that. Now, before I put in my people, I want to show you guys something that I've created because LinkedIn, okay, I have been friends with Dr. New for quite a while now. Jesse is new and Joy is new as well because I've been stalking Joy's profile. You didn't hear that from me. Just because I wanted to see what she's doing, what is new and what she's doing and what she's saying is aligning. So let me share something. This is the people that I've met in person from LinkedIn. And I'm like, oh my God. I miss some. Jackie Scully's not here, but I have met her in person. So just check it out. I met in person. People finding it hard. Oh my God. I wish I could put more pictures in there, guys. I wish I could. It was really fun having these people. But today we're not going to talk about those people. We're going to talk about who? Who? Where did Dr. New go? There she is. Don't leave me, sister. She keeps going on. Okay, so people know within my network. By the way, guys, say hi to almost 1,000 live viewers in our YouTube channel. Say hello, everybody. We love you. And people are like, well, how come they don't make comments? Some of them are on their phone driving, just watching us. Some of them are in tuk tuk driving and watching us, right? But listening to us. They can't type sometimes because they might be a tricycle driver or a jeepney driver in the Philippines, right? But we are global. And so I wanted to make sure you guys know. First things first, let's introduce ourselves. Let's start with Joy. Joy, who are you? What country you're from? Where are you today? And introduce what you do for the community.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joy Nicholas. I am in Nigeria, Lagos, right now. What do I do? I'm a visual designer. I'm a visual storyteller. I help brand communicate their messages, and I help brand and individuals basically communicate their visual messages in a captivative way and attractive way to attract the right target audience. That's just the layman definition of what I do basically.
I love it. See, global. Lagos, Nigeria. Jesse, your turn, sir.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Jesse Staten, and I'm in New York City. And my company is called Golden Army Fitness. So it's a health and wellness company that focuses on physical fitness, mental health, nutrition, and other forms of wellness. And so we engage with elderly and we engage with children as well. I teach indoor workouts, outdoor workouts, and I do a lot of motivational speaking. I'm sure a lot of people probably heard my voice a few times, but I do a lot of motivational speaking. I speak on issues as far as just depression, gun violence, any type of issue that's plaguing you, I pretty much can speak to that. And so I like to inspire and motivate people, not just in my neighborhood, but on a global scale, because as a community, we must thrive and survive together. Keep it short, and that's it.
New York City. I love saying that. Hello, Lady Liberty. Dr. New, where are you, sister?
I am here. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. And thank you so much for having us on CJ, Dr. Constance Leland with the Level Up Academy, and all the amazing community members that are supporting us live now and on the replay. And a little bit about myself is I am Dr. Neutron. I found KN Health Consulting through really my own burnout and seeing as a healthcare provider. I want to be able to empower other healthcare providers that are really heart center, wants to do more than what the system has really set up for us, not really to heal within us, to be mindful, to be using holistic approach. I'm all about holistic mindfulness, about really advocating for our well-being, and it starts with us, our mental health, our physical, our emotional, our spiritual health is calling us. We have to come back to our purpose, and that is the individual. The business goal for myself is how can I serve? How can I be there to help others, to lift up others, and support them in their journey? And that's me. So
Awesome.
thank
A
you.
lot. I was like, well, that's a lot. OMG. Well, thank you so much for that introduction. Now, I the first thing that I wanted to ask you guys, and we're gonna start with Joy again, is um this question. How do you define an inspirational connection on LinkedIn? And what qualities do you believe contribute to this role?
How do I define inspirational connection? Inspirational connection, in the sense that it helps uplift others from a particular stage at their life. Maybe they are feeling down, maybe they are not encouraged, maybe they are not motivated as at that moment. It helps them uplift them from that particular situation or scenario that they are into another more driven, more pushed individual that is willing to keep on going and keep on pushing through, thriving through life. And so, as at for that inspirational connection, and what are the qualities? What are the qualities? Uh, mental self-talk, right? For you to be able to self-talk to yourself, because I remember while I was depressed practically, everybody was like, okay, fine, I have this support system. Everybody was like, oh, Joy, you could do it, you could get out of this state and stuff. But I wasn't getting the whole deal because I wasn't as at that emotional state of leaving that situation where I was. So one thing I tend to do is like I self-talk myself out of it. I mentally imagine myself out of it. I self-talk motivate my mind to shift from that particular scenario to the more passionate, the more driven, the more goal-driven joy, right? So you have to have that quality of self motivating yourself out of that scenario, out of that down period. Another thing is having a good journal, right? I tend to write a lot. I'm not a good writer per se, but I'm more into visual. But I tend to, you can see my notes, I scramble everywhere, just drop something everywhere. So that really helps me. So I feel that is a good quality to have. You could just scramble your thoughts anyway. It doesn't mean you have to be a professional writer or executive writer like that. You just have to put your thoughts down somewhere. And gratitude. I have this sticker of gratitude all over my cupboard because that's the first place I go to in the morning. So I have this gratitude, what I'm grateful for. I see it every morning, and that's something that basically uplifts me from. So those are two qualities I would say they should have, and that really works for me. And I'll say it's something you could emulate that could also work for you too.
I love that. What I want to level up in your repertoire of words when you say, I'm not a good writer. I want you to add this too. I'm not a good writer yet,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Because our
Yeah.
subconscious feeds us every day, right? What we say, sometimes we don't believe. What we believe is in our subconscious level. So if we
Okay.
continue to self talk ourselves with negativity, it won't inspire us to be better. And I think I wanted to add intentional actions with what you're doing is amazing. That's why you're here today. I'm telling you. Okay. So this is what I wanted to hear. I mean, I wanted to say it's on my level three, issue 3 magazine. It says, be brave. If you change nothing, nothing will change. Jesse, your turn for this question.
Okay, how do you define being an inspirational connection? I think someone who just draws the energy out of you, who makes you feel that glow, that heart, that pulsating thing that makes you feel, okay, this is the right place to be. Because when you look at inspiration, you're looking for something that's outside of yourself, but also internally, it comes from internally, really. It's just something that breaks free. It's like that chain. You hold something down for so long and it says, I can no longer be contained. I'm just breaking free. I think that's the thing that inspires anyone, no matter the race, the age, the demographic. If you have that defining spark internally, externally, everyone sees it. That's the thing that changes societies, that motivates change for generations. That's the thing that gives you that chill. Like, ooh, I felt that. When you get when you get that chill in your body, that's that thing you need. It's something that motivates action, not just words. Action defines everything you do. It's how you act, which makes other people act. Because that's the real conversation. It's not the words, it's the movement, the flow, the blood through the body, the water, what you ingest comes out of you. And for the other part of it, that's a good one. I think you should have the qualities of love, truth, peace, justice, and equality. Equality is the most important thing because you must see that everyone is around you is actually equal to you. We're just coming at it from different parts. We're coming at it from different storylines. Everyone has a different story, but in reality, your ending usually wants to be the same because at the end, you want to be successful at the end of your story. Now, your origin story, the origin is different. My origin is different from everyone else's, but the ending, we all want to be successful, but there are many different things you must add. So when you're adding in love, that allows you to walk into any room. And when you add in justice, you're looking for balance. Those are the type of things that we need that gives you that aura, that gives you that quality that you can contribute to any community anywhere because you're able to have a moment of patience to see into the hearts and minds of others without trying to be domineering, without trying to be possessive. You're able to bring out that hidden power because everyone possesses that. And I believe those things together makes you a powerhouse, not just within yourself. your house becomes everyone else's house because you're sharing the world and you're sharing the energy. So I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's me.
I
Yeah.
love it. The energy. Do you remember when you come to my audio room, right? In the dynamic village and I see you down there? I'm like, Jesse, what the heck are you doing down there, bro? Let's come and sing in this room right now.
I love
Because
that.
there are people who gives you energy. There are people who are calm, right? For some people, I think your energy and my energy might be too much for some people, right? Because I've been told that. But I'm not going to change for anybody. This is me. So if you're not ready for my energy, the door is wide open, literally. Like that's what I'm like saying, right? But if you need that oomph, if you need to see what is happening, if you need to see what's real, then yes, right? It's in my heart and it's in my passion, it's in my blood to help others. But I realize also that not everybody deserves my time. If you're not ready for me, then just go to the B line. I will pick you up later on. The CJ bus is going to keep going and we'll pick up anybody, stray, whatever, when you're ready, right? But not because him and ha. And I just learned from another brother, Tyrell, saying, if you're not 100% for me, then you're not for me. And I get that now because it's exhausting trying to level up people when they're not ready, but you see their potential, but they're not ready, right? The same thing with any clients. They want to engage with you, but they're not ready and they think they're ready. But when you see them, how do you tell them, bro, you're not ready? Or sis, you're just not ready? Because they get offended, right? When how do we make sure that that readiness is there? Well, you continue to talk to them, you continue to show love and empathy, but attitude I will not take. So new mindset means new results. You become what you believe, but never lose hope. Sister, your turn.
Yeah, what a wonderful share. And to add on to what Joy, Jess, and CJ have already mentioned, inspirational connections, not only on LinkedIn, but this goes to online and offline. It's someone who not only share their valuable share from their experiences, from life lesson, their knowledge from their skills, but really the ultimate goal. What is that goal that you're trying to share? Is it up to uplift, to motivate others, right? Through your words, your action, and your genuine support and unconditional love and kindness, the empathy and the mindfulness for me is that we can support someone and not judge. Judge is that we're expecting someone to be where we are. We have to meet people where they are. That is where being able to willingly to be there, and even though sometimes you want to grab the hand and say, let's go, but when they're not there, we just have to be us, meaning just be who we are, show our love, show our raw authenticity, sharing our challenges and our struggle, just being real without the fluff, right? Because people really, when we read a book, what do we really want? Is we want that wisdom. So people can go through that success and not have to go through that whole keep on going the same path. So that is how competition is only to yourself and collaboration is the key. And one of the qualities for inspirational connection, not only having that loving, that kindness, but root within is that authenticity. Are you being real to yourself? Because you can lie, but you cannot lie to yourself, right? Are you having empathy? If you start having empathy for yourself and generosity, then you will treat others with kindness, with love, with compassion. And are you having that positivity or that negativity? If someone says a word to you, are you going to have that defensive wall already saying, what are you trying to say about, right? Versus maybe, is there something that I can be better, right? Without having that judgmental about someone else. So there's two ways is however our mind, whatever we want and whatever we visions, what we focus on, the bigger picture, the bigger goals, always working toward making a bigger impact. How do we make a bigger impact on ourselves and our lives and our community? And it starts with us. That is how I believe that we can be the ripple effect that can change and being consistently, because you know people in our circle who can say one thing, but offline you can see somebody else, right? You're not going to see the same person. But if you're real, you can come see me anytime. I'll be the same way.
I don't
I'll be
like
the
to
same
fake.
way. I
I've
don't
had
need no script. I don't need
yeah,
no filters, right? Because
yeah.
it's come from the heart. It come
Yeah.
from whatever already here. So that is the difference of someone like Jeff and Joy and CJ and all, those are the high caliber that doesn't need all that. Let me memorize, right? You can't memorize a
No,
speech.
it's in
You
your
can't
heart.
memorize.
Yeah, it's in your heart. I think when people also I've seen where they want to be inspirational and they look for external inspiration and they emulate them, but they can't be them, so they get frustrated. So my suggestion, I have some clients I'm working with right now, is to always look at when someone tells you something. Okay, by the way, we always look for something that's wrong with people instead of what's right with people. We always like to compare people who are good, but then when we don't feel good enough, then we talk crap about them. When we do that, when we also other people, you're actually putting yourself down more, right? So to be inspirational, the qualities that I'm looking for when I do this, because I'm going to do it next year again, is and I'm going to do it differently again next year. Each year, this is my second year. The third year is going to be different. And now if some of my deal goes through, I'm manifesting. Hopefully it will. If it doesn't, you guys know where my heart is. I actually want to 50 inspirational. I want to have one winner next year, if I have enough money to do it. To have a family of four. Sorry, guys, dogs, cats can't go. And I have three dogs, okay? But I want to have even two people, minimum two, maximum four. I want to give you like a 1 week, 7 days paid by me to go to the Philippines, and I will make the arrangements for you to just enjoy life. That's what I want to do, and that's what I'm manifesting because I think family deserves that. I don't care where you're from. You better get your passport going once I tell you like you are in this application and then one person will win, we're going to do voting. So that I don't have to pick by myself because that's too much pressure, okay? So you all are going to pick, but I'm hoping I will have enough money. I'm manifesting that things will go on next year. That's really what I want to do. I want to do something big and actionable for somebody to bless them with whatever that means, right? And you could be just one person, and if you want to just bring a friend, it's okay too. Two people minimum, right? That's what I want to manifest because I really truly believe that sometimes, you know how people like, oh, we're only one paycheck away from being homeless, right? How about focusing on the negative? How about focusing on the positive? We are only one person away from being inspired and changing the world because we are the world. The world is made of all of us, not one person, not just Joy or Jesse or New or myself. Together, we don't compete, we collaborate because we do not have mad skills. As much as you think you got it going on, you cannot do it alone. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just can't do it alone. But everybody have their own skills. And sometimes in a Venn diagram, right, two circles, they collide, we have similarities, and that's where I want to focus on is our similarities, so that when we see what similarities are, we get motivated. Our walls literally will come down because you don't see each other as competition. You don't see each other as backbiting. You don't see each other as enemy or frenemies or friends with benefits in a negative way. We don't see each other that way. When you someone offends you, two things you can do. If you speak right away, you're actually just like responding to whatever inappropriate things in your thoughts. But keep in mind that when you let go words, you can't take it back. You can apologize until you're blue in the face, but I know how you feel because you already said it when you're angry. So what I suggest when you're angry is go minion language. Do you guys know what a minion is? Basically, when someone gets mad, you get mad at someone, you're like yeah, nah, I'm whole again. And they'll be like, "What is wrong with you, CJ? What's wrong?" Nothing. I just had conniption. But in your head, you were saying bad words, but you were not saying in their face. I'm just saying, right? I know, I'm really making fun, but seriously, guys, I do that. Apparently, I've been hanging out a lot with my English bulldog because my daughter said when we were in line, I was upset and I started growling. Me growling in public? No. But apparently I did. She's like, Mom, you're growling. Stop. And I was like, I was? She's like, yeah, you're hanging out too much with Cheerio. That's my English bulldog. Because she growls at everything that I do that she doesn't like. So I've been hanging out too much. So I hang out with my LinkedIn connection yesterday. We had breakfast. Paula Neff. Shout out to your sister. And I was hoping that she would be here. Now, Joy, can you share a time when a LinkedIn connection inspired you or impacted your professional journey in a meaningful way?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Lehan. Um, yeah, I've had a lot of connection inspired me on LinkedIn. I have, even for me, physically coming on LinkedIn, it was somebody that was on LinkedIn. I was listening on a Twitter space, and it mentioned LinkedIn. And I hop on LinkedIn. I opened the account, and that brought me to LinkedIn, right? So, influencer that have influenced me, someone like Hauma Oche. My sticky notes, my gratitude note was inspired by Hauma, right? I remember one of her posts where she said, we send we I can't put it in a basic word, but what the post was trying to say is that we should always have these gratitude notes where we can basically see things and recall where we are coming from and what where we are right now and what we are grateful for. And she's one person that basically puts God first in everything. So it's something she basically somebody that have basically inspired me a lot, like a lot of times, and I'm super grateful for her. A couple of people also have inspired me. LinkedIn actually has been a source of inspiration. LinkedIn basically is part of the journey of the new Joy right now, because I remember the Joy of before can basically sit in front of a camera to speak like so basically LinkedIn has really revamped me into the new me that I am right now. It has really helped me a lot. It has transformed my mindset into both business wise, um parent wise, relationship wise, in different angles, different aspects of life, right? LinkedIn has really inspired me, and it has been a wonderful journey on LinkedIn, so to say. Right? So it has been a wonderful one on LinkedIn, right?
Awesome. Dr. Glave is here, but I don't see her camera on. So I'll put her up on stage once her camera is on, Dr. Glave. She is a dentist, guys. So I'm sure she'd rather be here than looking at mouths. I mean, that's just me, right? Like, I don't even want to look what's inside my mouth. Not everybody else either. No, thank you. Like, it takes an amazing person to do that. Jesse, what about you?
For me, I would say the LinkedIn audio rooms. I love the LinkedIn audio rooms, and I love when I hear a collection of people talking about things that I'm involved in as well. And I love to hear the passions because that makes me want to come up and start talking about it because it's relatable topics, and the topics are usually about helping the community. How can we solve mental health? What is needed in education? Like those are the things I believe as a whole. I can't say an individual, but I would say the collective experience of an audio room that motivates me. That makes me want to jump in there and say, okay, this is what we have to do. This is what's necessary. Talk about my own experience. How can we drive out those inner demons? The particular conversation that we're talking about. Another, actually, a LinkedIn event I was involved in was called the International Day of Yoga Festival. So it was a month-long festival. I partnered with a group called MITR, and it's from India. And so what we did was we were making videos and talking about wellness and making a lot of different content on all platforms for an entire month, for the entire month of June. And I think that was an inspirational moment because collectively we are trying to talk about wellness and how we can change lives, how we can motivate people to get into meditation, get into yoga, and talk about what it really is for you and how it can change your life. So I think collectively, I was able to be inspired by that because I get inspired when I'm able to add value to communities. If it's just me adding value to myself, that's cool. But whenever I see that someone needs added value, they don't really ask me, but I could see it. I could just see, okay, let me see what I can put in there as far as a word or a graphic or something like that. That inspires me to go harder, to change things, because I know that my creativity or my insights can also enhance the overall theme of what's going on. So I think collectively that's inspired me. Audio rooms and working on international campaigns as far as inspiring people for wellness. When we do that, for me, it allows me to see myself in a higher light and know that when I'm helping others, I'm able to go above and beyond my skill sets and above and beyond my passions, and know that I'm aligning with other people, no matter their age or race, into a shared thought of helping people. Because that's the thing that I liked about a lot of the connections that I've been involved in on LinkedIn. The fact that I've been able to help people, been able to talk to people, be able to see that we all share different things, but we're hurting on the inside and we're loving on the inside. The hurt part is usually the part that's not been accessed much. So we have to bring the love into the hurt part. We have to shower that with love. Like we're showering seasoning on a piece of meat, we have to give it that seasoning so it can grow. So the audio rooms have inspired me, like I said, and going into a collective journey with a wellness group inspired me to elevate myself and to unify others that didn't actually know what it was that was necessary to change. So I think those two things actually helped me and inspired me. And I'm done. Whoop, that's it.
That was inspirational. All right. That is amazing. Well, thank you for sharing that. And audio rooms can be inspirational. I usually go with the vibe. Like sometimes I don't really want to get up and then I get called out and I was like, dang it. Okay, I'll get up, like and sometimes I think last night, Friday, that was the first time that I cried in the audio room. It was Tamrat. And it wasn't a bad cry. It was more like I was just sharing my journey. They were talking about a journey and personal journey on like why do you do what you do, Dr. Leland? Why do we feel like we can't keep up? I said, girl, I can't even keep up with myself. Okay. Don't try to keep up with me. It's just hard being me. But the reason because of that is because I almost died 8 times. And one of them was the last one I had issues. Well, I have um issues right now, health wise with my migraine. But the last scare that I had was having ovarian cancer. And someone tells me, hey, you might not, it was April, I remember. And they're like, yeah, you might make it till December, just to let you know. Can you imagine someone telling you that? And you
Like,
look at your kids and they're so little. And I did give up for a week. I didn't talk. I didn't even eat. I didn't do anything. I was 80 pounds. Like I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know that was that wrong. Right. And so I got really emotional when I shared that on Sunday and how far I have become and the motivation and the drive. Someone keeps asking me why, and I said, I have not reflected on it for a minute because I just keep going. But now that I have reflected, it's because when I die, I want to change at least one person's life. And I know I have done that many times fold, but I don't want to stop. I want to keep going until I'm no more, right? Because I think that brought here for a reason. Some of us don't know what that is, and it's okay. And it's going to take us a lifetime to figure out. But if I already know what my mad skills is, and if I'm not even at 100% and I can already change lives, imagine if I am at 100% capacity. It's not possible, but I'm going to die trying. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I love. But we have a new sister. Hello, Dr. Clave. Can you turn on your mic? We want to get to know you a little bit. I know you just came from work and you're like, oh, I'm missing. You're not missing. You're here. You're here. I want you, first of all, before you answer anything, is tell everybody who you are, what you do for the community, and then you can answer this question.
Thank you, Dr. Leland, for having me. As you can see, I'm still at work. So I am a mentor, I am a poet, I am a teacher, I am a content creator as a result of the YouTube Acceleration Program. I am the author of 3 books, and I'm also an innovative dental surgeon. My philosophy of life is to make a difference, which becomes a ripple effect to inspire the next generation. Thank you for having me. on the show. Thank you.
All right. But what do you do for our community? What inspires you and gets you up in the morning?
When I wake up and I'm able to make a difference in people's life, that is what makes me very happy. So if I've touched people's lives, because there are times in life people are in need and you have to give off your best and tell them, or even just words of comfort at a particular time. I remember years back working so hard and getting burnout, and then as a result became a poet as a result of that. And it makes me happy when I'm able to share poetry with others. So I came out with this acronym. I love acrostic poems. I said burnout, B is for brave, U is for unique, R is for resilience, N is for nice, O is outstanding, U is unity, and T is transformation. My advice to everyone, my advice to everyone is that if you are working in a toxic work environment, you need to get out because your work environment can affect your life. You need to be happy. So thank you for having me.
Bro, Mike Asher Branner is about to steal you guys to his show. Let him, because he's my brother. We are a community together. Let him. But only because I said it's okay, bro. Okay, you still can't have my pink trucker hat. I'm just saying. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm being a juvenile. Listen, I don't have any real brothers and sisters, so this is what I do. I go juvenile on somebody. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. So, Joy, let's go back to you and ask this question. How has 50 inspirational connections refocus you in helping our community? Because sometimes you do things, you keep doing, right? And you get frustrated. You're like, why do I feel like I'm going in circles and nothing's happening? Right? There's going to be a moment in your life. But then when someone recognizes you that you didn't even like really see it coming, your focus gets into that, right? You're like, okay, I'm inspirational. What am I doing? What am I going to do? So that's what I want to know from your heart. Like, how has inspirational connections refocused your community building? You're helping the community.
Um, this takes me back to memory lane. I just like you said, there was a particular time that I was really feeling that circumference of a thing. So I remember I had this she's kind of elderly, so she chatted me up and she was just like, Joy, you're so good. I love you and keep doing you. You are awesome. I hope because I have a little child and they practically know I have a son. Hope your son is doing great. Please take care of him. Just as if she was aware I was in that circle of not just around and things are not moving forward. And just that message alone particularly infused me to Joy, you are actually making uh, your own little sense of contribution into other people's life. This lady, I guess I haven't spoken to her for a long while, so it was kind of more like a deal breaker that just to tell myself that Joy, you are doing something great. You might not have gotten there yet, but you are definitely on a journey to going to a greater height. So that was one of the
I was like, oh man, we were at the good
particular
stuff.
post I
Where did I go? There you are. Okay.
okay, that was mental. There was a particular post I posted today, and people were just like, "How were you able to compile all these clients?" Because I tend to categorize the clients I have worked with into three categories. And people were like, "How were you able to compile this?" Because it's people I've worked with, it's people I've dealt with. I have been in contact with them. I've seen their side. I've dealt with them. So somebody came into my DM and was like, "How Joy? How are you able to contact you? You describe them exactly the way they are." I said, well, it is something I do. It is the way of me contributing my own way to these people's lives. So I've dealt with them. I tend to understand them, and I tend to see from their own perspective how they think, their perspective, how they want things. So it's all my thoughts coming into that post and categorizing these people into these three categories. It was like, wow, 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 you did a great job categorizing them, because I've also dealt with people like this, and you just categorize it perfectly well. And I was like, wow, thank you so much. I'm glad I'm able to share your own mindset in my own posts. So I've tend to help people in my own way, through my posts, through my skills, through my content, through our audio show, because I tend to collaborate with people. With a friend of mine, we're a group of people that create audio shows on LinkedIn, and I've been able to help individuals in different categories. Like, sometimes my DM can be so bopping, and sometimes I just tend to, sometimes I even offer my skills for free, just to uplift a brand from where it was to a shiny category for it to
Right
go
there.
away from. Yeah.
Right there. That is what it's needed. So I've been looking for, I hate pitch slapping. Um, when we're in your audio rooms and you're talking about apples and someone comes in and talks about orange, if you're in my room, I will call you out, because that is something that where I will call you out lovingly. How's that? I'll be like, sis, we are talking about apple today. Can you describe what apple do you have that you eat every day that's good for your teeth? So Dr. Glave over here doesn't have to see you every day or every week. Like literally, I will change and pivot the conversation. And I think what it is, it's a LinkedIn audio that I think we need to have rules of engagement amongst us. If you're in an audio room, is call it out lovingly. Don't be rude about it, because it's cultural differences. Some people in other cultures were always told, oh, this is how you go to audio LinkedIn, right? Because no one told them any better. It's our job, if we don't want something, to call it out lovingly. You don't need to be rude about it either. I've seen people who are rude, but I think we need to create a culture of continuous learning. And right there, by giving free information, you're building not only rapport, but you're also building your brand, you're also building your authority, and you're also building your own personal brand, saying, who is Joy? What does she do really? Right? Because most people don't buy anything that they don't know the brand all about. I always tell them, do you guys like McDonald's? Do you think McDonald's has the best burger? And everyone's like, well, I'm like, exactly. But did you know that McDonald's, sells 19 billion burgers a year? They're not the best. It's because they have branding. Okay, branding is super important for all of you who are business owners who's building your community as well, right? But how do you build brand if no one knows you? Right here at Level Up, you get 62,000 subscribers. You get 1,000 people right now live still watching you, right? And you got Mike Asherbanner over here and Matt trying to get my pink Lua hat. None of you have it. That's mine. Dr. Glave, how has 50 inspirational connections refocused you in helping our community?
Thank you, Dr. Leland, for that question. It's made me realize that there are other people doing inspiring things in the world. So being part of this community means after you've achieved everything that you've achieved, you need to give back to the community. And it sort of empowers you to empower communities like what we're doing right now. If people listen to what we're sharing, maybe it can make a difference in their lives. So 50 Inspirational has made me realize that when you work or collaborate with others, it makes a very big difference. One person can do it, but when we are together, we are able to do bigger things. Thank you.
I love it. Mike, spot on, CJ, but only if they are coachable. I don't know if they're coachable or not. It's my room, so I'm just gonna say it. So, like, I'm sorry, that's my room, my space. If you don't want to be told, you can definitely leave. But I will coach it lovingly, because we have to learn, right? I don't know other people's culture and how they're supposed to behave. But if someone tell me, hey, CJ, that's not appropriate, this is the way to do it. Yes, but don't come in with a problem, guys, without a solution. Don't come at me with a problem without a solution. If you want to comment at me, CJ, this is a problem, the first thing I'll ask you is, what's your solution, bro? What's your solution, sis? Nothing? Okay, come back to me when you have one, right? Is because if you're going to come up with a problem, you yourself saw that there is a solution, right? Don't just call out the problem for the sake of calling out the problem, because that to me is just more meanness. But if you really are for me and I am for you lovingly, I'm going to give you the solution to this problem. That's how we should do it. It's continuously learning. Not that I'm stepping on your toes, not because I would never do that, but I'm lovingly doing this for you so you can learn how to stand up for your personal branding if you want to do something else, right? I'm full of information. I don't know how to extrapolate the best way I can. I'm doing it as much as I can, but I'm not getting it from me. I'm getting it from everybody. And I have an R&D team. They are expensive, but I have an R&D team so I can learn everything all at once in like 1 week for maybe about 15 hours. That's how I grasp information, right? But I need everyone's help. I don't know everything. So that's why you guys are here. Thank you so much for saying that, Dr. Glave. Dr. Nu, your turn. How has 50
Thank
inspirational
you.
connections refocused you in helping our community?
Yeah, so well, one of the things what our 50 and beyond inspirational connections here have done is that not only how can we really, for me, my purpose to elevate others through kindness. And the kindness is like, how do we keep on spreading that positivity, inspire others, through our own actions and nurture the compassions in others. And when we demonstrate the empathy every day and never judge others and always support, no matter if we don't agree, then say things that are nice. If we don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all, because that's where mindfulness come in. And how do we elevate others, right? With encouragement, love, with gratitude. How do we show that really with generous heart? And that has been and most impactful not only for individual and communities, because I get email, DM, not only being in audios or in personal, is that it touched their lives, it touched their soul, it touched their heart, that someone cares and there's nothing in return that you're expecting. That is the beauty of how we can inspire and we can reach out and connect with others. And that is truly what inspirational connection is. Not about the glory, it's not about the title, but how can we inspire others that through small act of kindness can reach lives, can save lives, and can impact and change life, one community, right? And that is what we're doing globally and uniting us all together. And so that is, I think, all of us combined here. Thank you, CJ, and all of us. We appreciate you and love you, and let's go to the Philippines together.
Right? That's what I'm like. Just Lord bless me because I want to bless somebody else. Like, I have family there. I got you. I'm already talking like, can I borrow your apartment? You're like, what are you doing? I was like, don't worry about what I'm doing. I just need to borrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I want to give you like, what is life? What would life be like if you had the power to do this? And sometimes people need a reset button, like reset button. This weekend, my reset button was going to a horror convention. I know I'm weirdo. It's okay. I love my weirdness. I love makeup. I love FX makeup. And one of my goals before I also unalive and be done in this world is I want to be like in zombie movies, but like I want to die in an epic death because most zombie movies, like they just die, right? I want to be like, and I'm still alive. Like I want to be that because that's me. I'm dramatic. So I want to do that. That's my goal. I know I'm crazy, but hey, I'm putting it out there. But I also want, because that's me. But other people, sometimes they need a different environment. You hustle, you bustle, you're in your 60s and you're like, this is life. What's happening? Or maybe you're in your 40s and you're just burned out because you were going so fast in your life. Imagine in an island, getting a massage, getting a margarita, ordering whatever the heck you want, Going to the beach, listening to songs, getting performance, shopping. Oh, I might be able to give you shopping money too. I don't know yet. But like, imagine just doing that and you have no worries whatsoever. You don't have to go check your bank account. Oh man, if I spend this one drink, it's going to be negative 25, right? Imagine if someone does that for you and just blessed you, right? That would be so cool. I'm like, oh man, I need all the blessings I can get because I want to bless a family or two people to do that in their lifetime. So yeah, Jesse, your turn, and then we end with you, and then we do quotes after that. This is the question. You're on mute, sir.
I'm thinking the whole time, like, yeah, I'm having a whole conversation with myself. Okay. Small 15 ways to connect with, focusing and helping your community. You know, it's created connection with people I never met before because once I was able to speak and hear them speak, they were able to reach out to me and I reached out to them and we formed different bonds. And because of that, I realized there's a lot of other like-minded individuals that agree with a lot of the things that I think about. And because we were able to do that, we are able to create other networks too and utilize our skills to benefit other people because that's pretty much why we all come together is utilizing our skills to benefit others. And the fact that we were able to do that, that was the most important thing to me was just utilizing every connection I can to bring about a positive change for others and myself, of course, but I normally don't feel good unless I'm helping someone else. It's like an internal thing from my childhood. If I'm not helping someone, I don't feel like I'm contributing to society. So everybody that I've ever met during the 50 connections, 50 inspirational connections on LinkedIn, or the individuals I've actually talked to on through because of that, it's helped me to contribute to their overall theme of who they are, whether that be with words or actions. And I think that's the most important thing that's inspired me to accelerate a lot of the other things that I've been doing because I've been able to just talk to them and just have a face to face conversation because I believe that's the most important thing.
I love that. And I hope you guys keep being intentional. Again, we're going to do this whether we go to the Philippines or not next year. We're going to keep doing this because we need to inspire others. We need to inspire ourselves, right? And right there, Jesse, right there is what you were saying. I found somebody who's actually have similar things that I'm doing. You see, we always often do that. Oh, wow, there's people like me. Guess what? That is why the Dynamic Village audio room, I always look for similarities because when we try to be intentional, things happen, right? Imagine your life when you think about negative things, everything just seems to fall apart all the time, right? But if you're intentional and you have that grateful heart, your mind literally shifts to that positivity, to that gratefulness, right? So that is why I love being grateful and having intention. So let's go with Dr. Glave. I think Joy lost us permanently. To actually give me your favorite quote that something about inspiration or something about, dealing with negative people. How do you do that?
Um, Thank you for that question. I believe in prevention is better than cure. So I believe if everybody practice prevention, the world will be a lot better place. So, for example, if you know you are in the world going to work in an environment where you're not supported or you're not being promoted or you don't feel happy, then it means you need to get out. Thank you. So
Awesome.
my quote is prevention is better than cure. Thank you.
I love it. Dr. New?
For me, my quote would be the change that you wish to see in the world. And in the world where you can be anything, be kind. That is something that I think we need more of. So much love, kindness, and gratitude to everyone here and CJ and the level up. And I see the Hounds of Business, Mike, and everyone. It just, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed. Love you all.
All right. Jesse. Oh, Jesse left as well. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple of quotes. This is actually from Shakespeare because I love Shakespeare. It's a Shakespearean quote. The fault Dear Brutus is not in our stars, but in ourselves. This is actually in Julius Caesar, Act 1, Scene 2. The next one is the web of our life is of a mingled yarn, good and ill together. That's all's well that ends well. This is Act 4 in Scene 3. The other one is oftentimes to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tells us truths. This is from Macbeth, Act 1, Scene 3. The other one is men's evil manners live in brass. Their virtues we write in water. Henry VIII, Act 4, Scene 2. The devil can cite scripture for his purpose. The Merchant of Venice, Act 1, Scene 3. Now, this is my last one. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. And this is from Shakespeare, like literally throughout the play. All right. So hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you tomorrow for Confronting Domestic Violence. And I'm actually one of their board member as a marketing specialist. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a beautiful Wednesday. Bye, everybody. Say bye, guys. Thanks for watching another episode of Level Up Academy today, brought to you by your none other host, Dr. Leland. Please do not forget to hit subscribe or push that notification bell so anything that we have an activity on at Level Up Academy, you will be the first one to know. If you would like to be a guest in our podcast, both on the MP3, audio only, and also here on live in our YouTube channel, please let me know. DM me. Let's connect. Have a fantabulous day. Bye, everybody. See ya. See ya. See ya. Are you a curious student, eager to learn new skills and make your mark in the world? Or are you a professional seeking to advance your career and unlock your full potential? You need to be equipped with effective soft skills like communication, problem solving, teamwork, and more. The Level Up Academy by Doc Leland bridges the gap between education and employment through transferable skills training. Get the soft skills you need to be more effective at work.